Well, they were both physically had issues, you know, but I think as time went on, uh, he became very insular, not the sort of outgoing person that he once was. Like I say, they were elderly; they're in their 80s, so you know it was difficult for him to get to grips with the fact that you know he was changing, and of course we weren't sure exactly what it was at first, dementia. But I do now, of course, yeah. But at that time, I wasn't quite sure. He'd becoming muddled, confused, um, sort of not hallucinations as such, but he was seeing things that in his own head, if you like, that weren't happening. You know, sort of certain things, and kept repeating himself as well. And it wasn't anything like, you know, the dad that I sort of knew, if you like. He's changed. Yes, definitely changed. Well, like I say, he became very insular, and I was having to go backwards and forwards and do more for him. And of course, at the same time, my mother wasn't great either, you know, health wise. So it was difficult in that respect. But there was definitely the changes in him, that's for sure. He was very outgoing at one time, and then he wasn't. And he didn't want to have anything to do with anyone. He didn't want people phoning, knocking on the door, anything at all. He lost interest, totally lost interest. And I put that down to, you know, other things rather than dementia at that time. So, you know, it was difficult for him and for me. It was very difficult because obviously I had to adjust my life as well, going backwards and forwards, full-time job, the whole thing, you know, and it was difficult. So I wouldn't say I was helping at that stage 24/7, if you like, but it was certainly taking up a lot of my time, having to arrange everything from, you know, prescriptions to making sure they took the medication, to how they acted, the safety aspect of it as well. And that was another consideration as well. But at that stage, initially, it was in its infancy, if you like. It was later on, really, mostly with my mother, where it got, you know, to a stage that was quite bad. But yeah, there was definitely changes. I was doing more and more, which I know now was probably a mistake. I should have let them do more themselves. Which, you know, it's hard to do when you're in a situation, though, to see someone struggle. And it was becoming a struggle, definitely. You know, everything from you gardening to cleaning, the whole thing, you know, everything, every bit of the life needed to be sort of checked, if you like. And I was the one that did it. Because my father wouldn't have any people in the house caring for him. He said, I'm not having people in the house. Being in a home was never an option for him either, so it was difficult. And of course, so everything then was left to me, you know, and it had an effect on my life as well, you know, in that respect. So it was a difficult time, and I wasn't a trained carer in any stretch. I mean, it was completely different to what the things I was used to, and I was thrown in at the deep end really, to do it, and I had to think on the job, if you like. And you know, I look now and I see that there's a lot of help available, in which there is more so than probably ever. But because I didn't really have time to even try and sort out help, you know, I was doing it sort of as it came. You know, it was difficult learning on the job, yeah, and I had to do it, and it did affect me as well because my life put on back burner completely. Everything that you would normally do sort of had to take second best or even third best. So that was a difficult time, yes. In hindsight, isn't it? You know, could I have done more? No, physically not. But could I have got more help, possibly, where it probably wasn't wanted, like I said before. So possibly not, no. I did what I could. Just about everything that I've tried to explain, just about everything. Where to look for things, social media. I mean, even the other day I was just in the chemist, and I noticed that they've got leaflets and all sorts in there, you know, and there's different groups, of course, as well, that people can go to and discuss. The GP, obviously, who actually finally diagnosed it, which was good. But I had my suspicions by then anyway, you know. But, you know, help is out there. If you get it, talk to the right people, look at the right places, you know. But now I would just say to people, there is help out there, definitely. And don't be frightened to ask people. That's the main thing. And if they can get awareness of it, and that's obviously what dementia groups would like to do, get people with the awareness, which is the main thing. And then you can deal with everything else after that. If you know what it is, you can act upon it. If you don't know what it is, you know, you can't really go anywhere with it. But it's just getting to know exactly symptoms, you know, treatments, I suppose, and like I say, the caring and understanding and patience for me anyway.